My computer's all kittywampus today. All right, so today I am on page 152, multiplying monomials, one term. Now, it's easy to get a little bit confused. You remember our lesson from the other day? If I asked you to add these two, could you add those two? Could you add an x to the third with an x to the fifth? Could you add those? Say no. They're not like terms. Just like if I asked you to add 3x and 5y, those are not like terms. Well, same thing here. Not only do they have to be the same letters, but they also have to be the same exponents. I can only add x squareds with other x squareds. Remember that? Remember that? So if I ask you to add x to the thirds and x to the fifths, you cannot add x to the thirds with x to the fifth. This would just be your answer, right? If I ask you to add x's and y's, you can't. That would be your answer. If they're the same, then you can combine them. But if you have x to the thirds and x to the fifths, those cannot be added, right? Well, today, instead of adding them, today we're going to be multiplying those. Now, think about, what does x to the third mean? X times x times x. Think about, what does x to the fifth mean? The definition, I have 5 of those multiplied. Look up here. I am now going to be multiplying those xxx times xxxxx. What does that give me? A lot of x's. How many, Brendan? How many? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. X to the 8th, right? Well, rather than having to write them out every time like this, if they're multiplied, what can you do to the exponents? Just add them up, right? So just add, if it's multiplying, you can just add the exponents. So what do you get here? B to the 7th, B to the 4th, B to the 11th. Yes? Yes? What about this one? Now we threw some numbers in there. Well, just think about the numbers separate from the letters. You know, I know you all know, what is 3 times 4? 12. And then now do the n to the second, n to the fourth. If I have n to the second, n to the fourth, how many is that altogether? 2 and 4? 6. N to the 6th. Does that make sense so far? Anybody with questions so far? Anyone? 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 How about this? Same kind of thing, except what do we assume if there's no exponent there? What do we assume the exponent is? 1. So I have negative 3 times 5, negative 15. How many A's? 3 and 1? 4. 8 of the 4. And then how many B's? B to the 6th. And that would be my answer. And BTW, how much work did you have to show for that? Not much, right. How about this one? Now I'm trying to trick you. I have three things. Well, that's okay. What's 2 times negative 3? Negative 6 times 4. So negative 24. How many x's? 2, 3. How many here? 1. So how many do I have all together then? X to the 6th. Good. How about the y's? 1, 2, 2. Y to the 5th. And again, lucky us, no work, right? One more. Now, you have to be careful with this one because there's an adding sign in the middle. And if you remember please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. What comes first? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, why are we frozen? Hello. For some reason, my camera isn't working, so I have finished the lesson anyway. You should be good. The assignment page and problem numbers will be listed in Google Classroom. Have a good day.